Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is India, and today I want to casually, guys, I said casually, talk about a topic that I have been seeing and hearing lately. Let's get into the my skinny friend eats more than me topic. I have been seeing this, hearing this. I've been accused of eating a lot. If you're not familiar with me, I do have a history of weight loss. I've lost a significant amount of weight. So I have experienced being obese. I have experienced being overweight. And so this is something that I am very comfortable with talking about. So two things. I got inspired, if you will, to talk about this. I follow a weight loss group. I don't even think it's the weight loss support group that I follow online. I think it's a fan page that I follow for an obesity documentary. And they basically said, my skinny friend eats more than me. That was the post right there. And so just that post got a lot of response. It got a lot of comments back. And also, when I was out on my birthday, celebrating my birthday, taking myself out to eat, there was a lady who approached me who made a comment about the amount of food that I was eating. And so, yeah, it's just all coming together to me right now. And I am just super inspired to finally talk about this. Again, this is just going to be very casual. The goal of this video is to get more people to be open-minded, more people to be more aware, to get people to pay attention more. We say we are paying attention to our skinny friends and what they're eating, but we're gonna dive in real deep. We're gonna pay attention to habits. We're gonna pay attention to everything. We're gonna get into it. So guys, stick around for me and just let's try to have some fun. One of the biggest lies when it comes to weight loss, and I'm trying to be careful with my words because I don't want this video to be a debate or anything of that nature. Again, I'm just trying to shine some light on something that is frequently said. But one of the biggest things when it comes to weight loss is that you must eat small portions and you must eat frequently throughout the day. And so anyone who doesn't do that, anyone who eats larger portions, they're prone to be bigger, they're prone to be overweight, obese, or what have you. And so that's just not true. To be completely honest, it is not about the amount of food you are eating. It is about the amount of calories you're eating, okay? So you can eat very tiny portions and still overeat your calories. And also you can eat very large portions of food and still undereat your calories and still be in a calorie deficit. And so I am going to insert a quick example of what I mean by eating large portions and still under eating your calories versus eating tiny portions, very small portions, and still overeating your calories, guys. It's about calorie density and the types of foods you are eating. And so this one picture I'm including on the screen is showing a plate of my food because, like I said, I always get accused of eating a lot, and I do. There's no lie to that. I have full playlists of me eating large portions of food, but you're not taking into account the types of foods that I'm eating. You are not seeing how many calories I'm actually intaking. And so, yeah, I'm going to post this picture here. Again, it's showing my food, and then it's showing a small portion of peanut butter. Obviously, the plate that I'm eating is a lot bigger. It's almost 20 times bigger than the small serving of peanut butter. But yet, this peanut butter has a lot more calories than this huge plate. So at the end of the day, it is about calorie density. It is not about the amount of food, okay? And so when people say that they eat small portions, that they eat a lot of food, or they don't eat a lot of food, sometimes I wonder, if they're paying attention to what they're actually eating. Because again, you can eat very small portions and you would be surprised on how those calories adds up, okay? This is not a calorie debate, but I just wanted to say that because a lot of people come to me, explaining to me that they eat very, very small portions throughout the day. The funny part is, and a lot of people don't talk about this, but people who are small and fit pay very close attention to every detail of their diet. So where you see this person out celebrating their birthday, eating huge meals at this table, that person probably fasted for that entire day. That person has probably been drinking water for that day. That person probably had a calorie deficit the day before to compensate for the calories in that big meal. Okay, so the thing is, a lot of people are looking at these single meals that these fit people are eating, and they're thinking, oh man, this person can burn so many calories because their metabolism is fast, and that's not the case whatsoever. Now, someone who doesn't know me, who doesn't know my history with weight loss, who doesn't know my family genes, we talk about the hormones, medication, family genes, being overweight, being hereditary. This person doesn't know me, but they saw me eating a large amount of food, and they assume that I can eat just whatever I want and be whatever size I want without gaining weight. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever, because I am very intentional about how many calories I take in. I'm very intentional about my activity level. I'm very intentional about fasting throughout the day. I don't graze throughout the day. I don't go to work and eat the cookies and eat the donuts and eat the muffins from the counter. I don't participate in the pizza parties at work or at church or wherever. But a lot of people don't pay attention to that. All they see is that you are sitting down with a big plate of food in front of you, and they see you eating that one meal. Okay. So I will say there's the argument again that it's just hard to lose weight, which it is. People will say it's because of their medication, genetics, genes, hormones, anything you name. And I get that, but it's getting to a point, and there is probably a small amount of people who suffer from the hormonal issues, the PCOS, the things that make it like impossible to lose weight, really. But for the most part, a lot of us, we just don't monitor our calories. And of course, in order to achieve fat loss, you must be in a calorie deficit. And you'll be surprised, for the people who are not paying attention to their calories, the calories adds up. Even if it seems like you're eating small portions, the calories are going to add up. Here's something we do not talk about often, whether it's your friend, your family member, your skinny coworker, people who are intentionally small and fit. They pay very close attention to the calories in their diet. So where it might look like they're eating a lot, or it might look like they're eating the same thing as you, more than likely they are not. So I am going to insert a picture. This is just an online source of plates that look similar, but that are very different in calories. And so you have to take into consideration, like, the condiments you're using. Mayonnaise versus light mayonnaise. You can have two sandwiches. The sandwiches look identical, but the person who's not paying attention to their diet, or who's not concerned about their diet, they may have mayonnaise on their sandwich, to where the other person, your skinny friend, who's intentionally small, who pays attention to the details in their diet, their sandwich may not have mayonnaise on it. So you're talking about a 300 calorie difference just in the sandwiches. So, this is where food can be tricky, right? What you see with your eyes is not what you see. Food, there's like an illusion of food. And I'll post these plates again. The plates look identical, but obviously there's a difference in the calories in each plate. And the person who has the lower calories, they are very intentional about those low calories, diet drink versus a regular drink, right? It looks the same. If I'm going to a fast food restaurant and I order a Diet Coke and someone else orders a normal Coke, that's a 200 calorie difference. But all you see is that person eating fast food. That person can be making a conscious decision when it comes to their fast food meal. That person more than likely probably fasted throughout the day. So that's the first meal they're eating, to whereas the heavier friend may have been grazing and eating throughout the day. That friend has had breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and now is having their fast food dinner, to whereas the person who was smaller probably didn't have anything throughout the day. They had coffee and water and something that was sugar-free. So now the real source of calories is coming from their dinner. All right. The same thing. You got to pay attention to habits. Look at the habits of your smaller friend. Okay. Don't just look at what they're eating, because food is an illusion. Just because you see someone eating a sandwich that looks similar to yours or drinking a drink that looks similar to yours, that person probably has cut down a lot on their calories. Okay. How far away is this person parking from the grocery store? Is this person waiting for someone to pull out the first parking spot so they can be closer to the door? Or is this person getting in extra steps and walking? Is this person taking out the trash, getting in some extra steps on a daily basis? Is this person, taking the stairs instead of the elevators? Pay attention to their habits overall and not just what they're eating, because what you see is not what you really see. And one of the main reasons I really, really wanted to make this video is for me, right? I've been accused of eating large portions. I've been accused of my metabolism burning more calories than the average person. Me having a fast metabolism. I will tell you right now that that is not true. I will say over 90% of people on this planet burns more calories than I do. This is going to be based on your height, your weight, your gender, your activity level, your age. This is based on a lot. I have actually gotten an RMR test before. This tests your metabolic rate. And so in that test, you can see exactly what I burn. And I will tell you right now that I do not burn a lot of calories naturally. I've been accused of being naturally small. This is from people who don't know me, who doesn't know anything about my family background. Both sides of my family, they're big. So as far as the genes are concerned, naturally, I'm supposed to be big because everyone in my family is big. My dad's side of the family, my mom's side of the family, we're big people. Hormones. I'm a woman. I'm almost 40. I have hormonal issues, right? My age, again, I'm older, so I'm not a 20-year-old that burns more. So it just makes me laugh because all people see is the amount of food that I eat. They don't see the work that I did to count the calories so I can afford this meal. They didn't see that I fasted the day before and I fasted the day after. I do intermittent fasting. I eat one meal a day. I don't snack. I'm not a snacker. Most of everyone on this planet snacks. Everyone is always grabbing some kind of food and mindlessly snacking on this food. I don't do that. But no one wants to pay attention to that. No one wants to pay attention to the habit of the skinny friend, of the skinny family member, of the skinny coworker. If you really are not counting that person's calories, you're not going to that person's doctor's appointment, you're not really understanding what they're putting on their salad or in their salad. Olive oil. Olive oil is one of the most calorically dense foods on this planet. Right? So if we have two salads, this person A, who has a weight problem, drizzles some olive oil on their salad, and then you have me. I don't use any oil or any dressing or anything that's high in fat, and then you have their salad 800 calories, you have my salad 200 calories, but in theory they look the exact same. You know what I'm saying? You're not understanding what this person doing. This person is intentional about having less calories, to whereas, the olive oil, we're just going to sprinkle it on there. We're not going to weigh it. We're not going to measure it. And that's just adding a good old 500 calories to your meal. And so once you get a habit of doing that, once you do that over time, it adds up. The same as once this person eliminates a lot of fatty foods, watch their calories over time, it's going to add up. So I'm going to give another example with the idea of food being an illusion. Let's take Starbucks, for example, right? Starbucks have some high calorie drinks. One of my favorite drinks from Starbucks is a large, we call it venti, hot caramel macchiato. It's close to 400 calories as is. It's about 390 calories as is. So I order that drink, but I try to tweak the ingredients in that drink. So instead of using whole milk, I'll use non-fat milk. Instead of using the vanilla syrup, I'll use the sugar-free vanilla syrup. And so that's saving 200 calories on my drink. But all you see are 2 cups that are identical. One is 390 calories, the other is 190 calories. So you think that skinny person over here is getting that high calorie drink, and that's not the case. You're just looking with your eyes. You don't know what that person put in their drink to make it lower in calories to where it's not doing as much damage. This goes either way. You can't judge a skinny person based off of what they're eating and assume that you know their lifestyle, just as well as you cannot judge a big person on what they are eating and assume you know their lifestyle, right? You just can't do it. It's not fair to make an assumption about someone you are not there with 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. That just goes back to show you that it's easy to make statements like my skinny friend eats more than me when you don't know all the details. Again, you don't know this person's habits. You don't know what they're eating throughout the day. You don't know their history with weight loss or weight gain or weight maintenance. You don't know how much that person naturally burns. You don't know any of that. All you see is the illusion that this person is eating a lot. And again, eating a lot doesn't equate to being overweight. This person can be eating a lot of foods that are high in nutrients and low in calories. It is about the amount of calories you are taking in. So if you are a person and you are having a hard time losing weight, I challenge you, have you ever tracked your calories? Have you ever tracked anything, any macros? Have you ever actually tracked your weight? Do you track how many times you eat throughout the day? Do you pay attention to what your skinny friend is doing? Really pay attention to them and their habits. That's my challenge to you. Think about your condiments. Think about your liquid calories. These are things you really don't see, but that adds up over the long haul. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it this far in this video, consider subscribing to my channel. Again, thank you for watching. Good luck on your journeys, and I will see you in the next one.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans gon' pile up. I need peace to borrow, get that shit right back tomorrow. Somehow all the fans go bravo, smile so much to hide my sorrows.